Before the day begins to pull at your attention, there is a quiet moment waiting for you here. A moment where nothing is required, nothing needs to be sorted out, and nothing has to be carried yet. This is simply a place to pause, to breathe, and to arrive before the day begins to speak. This morning may already feel full, or it may still feel quiet around you. You might be listening before the house wakes up, or while the world is already moving. You may feel rested, or you may feel like the day started asking things of you too early. However you arrived here, you do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to prepare yourself. Being here is enough. Some mornings carry a gentle start. Others come with weight. There are days when the body moves forward while the heart feels a step behind, and days when pressure shows up before your feet even touch the floor. If this morning feels like that, you are not failing, and you are not alone in it. For just a few moments, allow the pace to soften. Let your breathing slow, without effort or control. There is no rush to move ahead yet. You are allowed to begin this day without bracing yourself for what might come next. So much of life teaches us to wake up ready to manage, ready to respond, ready to hold everything together. We learn to measure ourselves by how quickly we think, how efficiently we act, how strong we appear on the outside. But this space is not asking that of you. Here, you do not have to prove your strength or carry the weight alone. There is something steady available to you right now, even if you cannot feel it clearly yet. A sense of being accompanied, a quiet strength that does not depend on your energy, a covering that does not need to be earned or maintained. You do not have to reach for it. You are already within it. As this day opens in front of you, there may be conversations you are anticipating, decisions you are unsure about, and responsibilities waiting for your attention. Some may feel small. Some may feel heavy. You do not need to sort through any of that yet. This moment is not about planning the day. It is about grounding yourself before the day begins to speak over you. If you notice tension in your shoulders, you can let them lower slightly. If your thoughts are already moving ahead, you can allow them to slow, just a little. Nothing dramatic needs to happen here. Often, the most meaningful shifts begin quietly, without announcement or force. This is not a space for striving or fixing. You are not asked to become better before you are welcomed. You are already met here, exactly as you are, with everything you carry into this morning. As we continue, you do not need to listen for perfect words or try to feel a certain way. Simply stay present. Stay open. Let this be the place where the day begins, not with pressure, but with awareness. Not with effort, but with calm. There is time. There is room. And there is more support around you than you may realize right now. As this day continues to open in front of you, it can help to gently shift how you see what lies ahead. Not by forcing optimism, and not by ignoring what feels difficult, but by allowing a quieter truth to come closer. This day does not rest on your ability to hold everything together. It never has. Many of us wake up believing the day will go well, only if we feel strong, focused, and prepared. When energy is high, that belief feels manageable. When energy is low, it can feel heavy. But there is another way to enter the day, one that does not begin with effort. God's favor is not a reward waiting at the end of a successful morning. It is not something earned through discipline or unlocked by performance. Favor is presence. It is God being with you before the first decision is made, before the first challenge appears, before the day has a chance to move in any direction. Strength, in the same way, is not the absence of weakness. It is not constant confidence or emotional steadiness. Real strength often shows up quietly, in moments when you realize you are not carrying everything by yourself. It is the steadiness that remains even when your own energy feels uncertain. When the day is seen through this lens, something begins to soften. The pressure to perform eases. The fear of getting it wrong loosens its grip. You are no longer stepping into the day to prove yourself. You are stepping into it accompanied. Think about the ordinary moments that will fill the hours ahead. The work that needs attention. The conversations that may require patience. The decisions that feel small but still carry weight. God's favor does not wait outside those moments. It enters them with you. It settles into the spaces you might otherwise overlook. Because of this, you do not need to approach the day with clenched determination. You do not have to anticipate every possible problem in order to be ready. There is wisdom available that does not come from overthinking, and guidance that meets you in real time. Not only after you have figured everything out, walking with God does not always feel like clarity or calm. Often, it looks simpler than that. It looks like taking the next step without seeing the entire path. It looks like trusting that help is present even when emotions feel mixed or unclear. Favor does not remove responsibility, but it does remove isolation. Strength does not eliminate effort, but it changes its source. You are not drawing only from your own reserves. You are being supported in ways that may only become clear as the day unfolds. There may still be moments of tension today. You may still feel uncertain or tired. That does not place you outside of God's care. It simply means you are human. God's presence does not fade in those moments. It often becomes most active there. There is freedom in letting go of the idea that you must feel ready in order to begin. You do not need confidence to be guided. You do not need strength to be supported. You do not need peace to be surrounded by peace. Rather than measuring the day by how smoothly it goes, you can measure it by how aware you remain of not being alone. Even when plans change, even when things take longer than expected, even when the day asks more than you thought it would, God's favor is not fragile. It does not disappear when things go differently than planned. It does not withdraw when mistakes are made or uncertainty appears. It remains steady, patient, and close. As we prepare to move into prayer, you do not need to hold all of this in your mind. You do not need to remember it perfectly. Simply allow the sense of companionship to settle and the idea of shared strength to feel possible. This is not about convincing yourself of anything. It is about making space to receive what is already being offered. As we turn toward prayer together, you can do so without hurry, trusting that this day is being met with care before you ever step fully into it. Lord, we come into this morning without rushing ahead. We do not come with a list to prove or words we need to get exactly right. We come simply as we are, bringing this new day into your presence just as it has arrived within us. The quiet parts of this morning are offered to you. The places that still feel unsettled, the thoughts that have already begun to stir. We place before you the hours ahead, not knowing how they will unfold, and trusting that we do not need to know yet. This day does not have to be figured out before it can be held. There may be parts of us that feel open and hopeful, and parts that feel tired or guarded. We do not hide either from you. There is no need to sort ourselves out first. We bring the whole of who we are into this moment, trusting that you meet us here with patience and care. As this morning begins, we loosen our grip on control. Expectations, both spoken and unspoken, are gently set down. The need to manage outcomes, to stay ahead of every challenge, to anticipate what might go wrong, we release that now. Not because these things do not matter, but because they were never meant to rest fully on our shoulders. The pace of this day is placed into your hands. The timing, the interruptions, the moments we did not plan for. We let go of the pressure to move faster than our hearts are ready for, trusting that steadiness will carry us farther than speed ever could. Our first thoughts are offered to you before they become tangled. Our intentions are offered even when they feel uncertain. Our energy is offered, whether it feels full or limited today. Nothing is dismissed. Nothing is too small to be held in your care. There are things we carry from yesterday, conversations that linger, concerns that followed us into sleep and returned with us into waking. We place those gently into your hands now. They do not need to be carried forward in the same way. They can rest here, held with more wisdom than we possess. In this surrender, we are not giving up responsibility. We are choosing trust. We are remembering that we were never meant to carry the full weight of the day alone. This morning is allowed to begin grounded, supported, and covered by your presence. As we remain here for these moments, our hearts settle into a quiet truth. This day is not beginning without guidance. It is not beginning without care. It is not beginning without strength available beyond our own. And in that knowing, we rest, even as the day prepares to unfold. There are places within us that carry tension without asking permission. Quiet worries that sit beneath the surface. Thoughts that return again and again, not because we invite them, but because they are tied to things we care deeply about. We bring those places into this moment now, without judgment and without trying to push them away. Often, control shows up before we even notice it. The habit of rehearsing conversations before they happen. The urge to predict outcomes so we can feel prepared. The subtle fear that if we loosen our grip, something might fall apart. We acknowledge these patterns gently, remembering that they often come from a desire to protect, not from a lack of trust. Here, we release the belief that everything depends on us getting it right. We release the weight of responsibility that goes beyond what we were meant to carry. The pressure to anticipate every reaction, to foresee every obstacle, to hold the future steady through effort alone, we set that down. Some anxieties are easy to name. Others remain hidden, felt more in the body than in words. A tight chest, a restless mind, a sense of unease without a clear explanation. None of this needs to be defined or solved right now. It only needs to be allowed into the light, trusting that nothing brought into this space is unwelcome. There are timelines we have quietly built in our minds, unspoken deadlines, the fear of falling behind, the worry of missing something important. We place these concerns here, choosing not to carry them forward in the same way. There are also outcomes we have been holding tightly, hopes mixed with fear, plans layered with uncertainty. We release the need to manage how and when things resolve, recognizing that control has limits and that peace often begins where control ends. As we breathe through this release, we remember that uncertainty does not mean abandonment. Not knowing does not mean being unsupported. care is present even in the unknown. Guidance is available even when clarity feels distant. This releasing is not a single decision. It is a gentle, repeated turning of the heart. Each time anxiety rises, we return to this openness. Each time the urge to grip tightens, we choose to soften again. In this moment, we allow ourselves to trust more than we calculate, to rest more than we brace, to believe that the unseen parts of this day are being held with attention and wisdom beyond our own. As tension eases, even slightly, we make room for calm to settle in its place. Not forced calm, not manufactured peace. Simply the quiet assurance that we are not alone in what lies ahead, and that we do not have to control everything in order to be cared for. As we remain here, our attention turns toward receiving rather than striving. There is nothing we need to earn in this moment, and nothing we need to prove before support is given. God's favor is not waiting for a certain level of faith or clarity. It is already present, resting gently over this day. This favor is not distant or abstract. It is not reserved for moments that feel impressive or overtly spiritual. It meets us in ordinary places, in quiet decisions, in conversations that seem small, yet carry weight. It surrounds without drawing attention to itself, steady and constant. We allow ourselves to receive this favor without suspicion, without questioning whether we deserve it, without measuring how well we have performed. It does not arrive because we have done everything correctly. It arrives because God is near and care flows from who He is. As the day unfolds, this favor goes ahead of us. It enters rooms before we do. It softens spaces we have not yet stepped into. It prepares moments we could not arrange on our own. It does not require immediate recognition in order to be at work. Our steps are covered, even when direction feels uncertain. Support is offered while we learn, while we adjust, while we move forward one choice at a time. Fearlessness is not required. Openness is enough. There may be places where resistance, misunderstanding, or difficulty are expected. We do not deny that these moments can exist. Still, we trust that favor is present there as well, shaping outcomes beyond what we can see. It does not always remove challenges, but it changes how we are carried through them. We receive favor as protection, not through dramatic displays, but through subtle coverings. Guidance away from what would harm us, delays that later reveal themselves as mercy. Doors that remain closed for reasons understood in time. This care watches patiently. Favor is also received as positioning, being in the right place at the right time, not by chance, but through quiet alignment. Conversations that unfold naturally. Opportunities that emerge without force. Moments of clarity that arrive when they are most needed. In this receiving, comparison loses its hold. We release the habit of measuring our lives against others. Favor is personal. It meets each of us where we are, shaped to what is needed here and now, not to what someone else is experiencing. We trust that this day is not neutral toward us. It is being met with intention and care. Even when moments feel ordinary or uncertain, favor remains present, attentive, and steady. We do not rush past this receiving. We allow it to settle and become familiar. And as it does, we move forward with a quieter confidence, knowing we are surrounded, supported, and not walking into this day alone. In this place of openness, attention turns toward the strength being offered for this day, not a strength that demands intensity or constant effort, but one that sustains quietly, moment by moment. a strength that meets us where we are, not where we think we should be. Strength is received for the mind, especially where thoughts feel scattered or heavy. In moments when decisions feel layered and clarity seems just out of reach, we do not ask for every answer at once. We receive the steadiness needed to take the next step, trusting that guidance will meet us as we move. Strength is also received for our emotions, for the feelings we understand and the ones we cannot fully name, for sensitivity that makes us human, for places that feel stretched, disappointed, or uncertain. This strength enters without hardening us, without asking us to shut anything down. There are conversations ahead that may require patience, moments that test calm or invite reaction. Strength steadies our words and softens our responses, helping us respond rather than react when tension appears unexpectedly. Our bodies are included in this receiving. Strength is given for the pace of the day and the demands it brings, especially when energy feels limited or uneven. We do not force ourselves beyond what is wise. Instead, we receive strength that honors our limits and supports us within them. When tasks begin to stack up, strength keeps us grounded, not rushed, not driven by urgency. Responsibilities are carried with presence rather than pressure. This is strength that does not shout, but holds us steady. Strength is present for moments of waiting, when progress feels slow or unseen. It allows patience without discouragement, and trust that movement is still happening, even when results are not yet visible. Moments of choice are met with strength as well. When decisions feel weighty or unclear, wisdom is available. We are not left to navigate alone. Strength gives courage to choose with care, without fear of making a mistake. In receiving this strength, the need to feel powerful is released. Confidence is not required at every turn. Strength and uncertainty can exist together. Often, strength becomes most visible when need is admitted. This strength is allowed to settle into the rhythm of the day ahead, into each step, into each breath, into the quiet spaces between tasks. We move forward, knowing that what is needed will meet us along the way, and that we are being carried with patience, care, and steady support throughout this day. This time of alignment gently comes to a close, and with it comes permission to rest, not because everything is finished, and not because every question has been answered, but because trust does not depend on resolution. Quiet trust begins where striving eases. There is no need to see the full shape of this day in order to be at peace within it. Certainty is not required to feel supported. Even when outcomes remain unclear, a steadiness is available, and we allow ourselves to lean into that now. Trust does not ask us to ignore uncertainty. It simply invites us to stop carrying it alone. The demand for immediate clarity can be released. The grip on needing to know how everything will turn out can loosen. Some understanding arrives only with time, and that is enough for now. Within this quiet trust, we remember that God's work is not limited to what we can observe. Even when nothing seems to be shifting on the surface, care remains active. Guidance continues to unfold. Support is present, working beyond what we can yet see. The mind is allowed to rest from rehearsing the future, from replaying what might go wrong, from anticipating conversations that have not yet happened. Attention settles into the present moment, where we are held, not hurried. There is permission here to move forward without pressure, to take the next step without needing the full plan. Quiet trust keeps the heart open rather than guarded. It softens the inner posture and creates room for peace to take root. We rest in the assurance that we are not forgotten in the ordinary flow of the day. Our needs are seen. Our efforts are known. Nothing is overlooked. Even the smallest moments are held with care. As trust settles, even slightly, its effects become noticeable. The body relaxes. The breath steadies. The mind feels less crowded. Nothing is forced. Nothing is rushed. This shift is allowed to happen in its own time. Quiet trust does not make life effortless, but it does make it gentler. It reminds us that we were never meant to carry the full weight of the day alone. We are accompanied, guided, and supported, even when we cannot feel it clearly. Here, we allow this trust to remain with us, not as a thought we must remember, but as a presence that walks alongside us. We move forward without hurry, knowing that whatever this day brings, we do not face it alone. Father, we come into this moment together with an awareness that extends beyond ourselves. We remember that we are not the only ones listening right now. Others are gathered in this space as well, each carrying a story, a weight, and prayers that may not yet have words. We hold them gently before you, trusting that you see each one clearly. Our thoughts turn first toward those whose hearts feel tired this morning, those who have been carrying more than they let on, those who wake already feeling behind or stretched thin. We ask that you meet them with a quiet strength, one that does not rush or demand, but steadies them from within. We also bring before you those whose minds feel anxious or unsettled, thoughts that circle around, worries they cannot silence, a sense of being pulled in too many directions at once. We ask that your peace move through their thoughts, not forcing calm, but creating space where breath can slow and clarity can begin to return. There are those facing decisions today that feel heavy, choices with consequences, conversations that require courage, moments that feel fragile or uncertain. We ask that wisdom meet them in real time, guiding them step by step, without the burden of needing to see everything at once. We remember families and households, especially where tension has been present, where communication feels strained, where uncertainty has settled into daily routines. We ask for patience to be restored, for understanding to grow, and for gentleness to shape each response. Our prayers also reach toward struggles that remain unseen, quiet griefs, private disappointments, prayers repeated so many times they now feel tired. We trust that nothing carried in silence is overlooked, and we ask that comfort reach places words cannot easily touch. We hold before you those dealing with physical weakness or health concerns, bodies that feel worn, unpredictable, or limited. We ask for strength to support them through the day, and for moments of relief, however small, that remind them they are being cared for. We remember those who feel alone, even while surrounded by people, those who feel misunderstood or disconnected. We ask that your presence become tangible to them, reminding them that they are seen, valued, and not walking through this day unseen. As these people and situations are brought before you, we do so without urgency. We trust that you are already at work in ways we cannot track or measure. We believe that your care extends into every detail, every hour, every hidden place. We hold this day together now, asking that a shared covering of peace rest over all who are listening. That strength would meet each person where they are. That favor would quietly go before them, shaping moments with care and intention. We release these prayers with trust, knowing that none of them are too small or too complex for your attention. And as we move forward, we do so connected, supported, and held within a care that does not fade as the day unfolds. Jesus Christ, we place everything from this time into your hands now. Every word spoken, every feeling that surfaced, every quiet moment that needed no words at all. We trust that nothing offered here is wasted and nothing is overlooked. What has been given is received with care and held in love. We seal this time in your name, Jesus Christ. We rest in the assurance that you continue working beyond this moment, tending to what has been gently opened. We release what we cannot carry, and we receive the peace you freely give. We trust you with the rest of this day, with its details and its unknowns, knowing that your presence goes with us. Amen. Now, allow yourself to remain here just a little longer. There is no need to rush back into movement yet. Let your breathing slow again. Notice the calm that is settled, even if it feels subtle. This peace does not need to be held tightly. It is not fragile. It is steady, and it can move with you. As you step into the rest of the day, carry this quiet with you. Let it enter your thoughts, your conversations, and the choices you make, both small and significant. When the pace increases, let this calm stay nearby. When uncertainty appears, return to your breath and to the sense of being supported. You do not need to recreate this moment later. You can return to it by remembering that stillness is closer than you think. If this prayer met you where you are today, you are welcome to respond in a simple way. You can write Amen in the comments as a sign of agreement and trust. If you feel comfortable, you may also share a short prayer request or a word of gratitude. Even one small offering can quietly encourage someone else who is reading. If this space has been meaningful to you, consider staying connected by liking this video or subscribing to the channel. Not for numbers, but as a way of continuing to walk together in prayer. Go into your day with steadiness and openness, carrying the quiet confidence that you are not walking alone.